Mark, if you do want to answer a question. Now, I understand in this case, you told me you got a phone call with a question that you wanted to address.
Yeah, you know how we have the Calendly line, Rob? We talk about it a lot in our call to action at the end, calendly.com/mstiles, and it sets up a calendar event where I call you, and there's no fee or there's no commitment or anything. It's maybe say hi or simply ask some questions and maybe onboard to the team, whether it's the estate and asset protection team or the real estate team. And this gentleman, it was really sad. So I called him up, and he said his brother, who's been ill for a very long time, was in intensive care at the South Shore Hospital. And he was looking for help. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, we ask questions, right? So, what's his family status? He's divorced, has 2 kids in their 20s, maybe early 30s, but he never did any planning, Rob. So what was happening was the rent was due, and the kids went to the landlord, who's a management company, and they're doing everything by the book because they're a management company managing a massive amount of apartments, and they can't be loosey-goosey with anything. So if you're not the person, or you don't have a durable power of attorney or a power of attorney, we can't talk to you. So they couldn't talk to the landlord and say, hey, my dad's in the hospital, rent's going to be a little late, is there something we can do? So then they go to the bank. Same thing. I mean, the bank has an obligation to the person who has the account.
To protect the money.
Protect that money.
Yeah, they
That's
can't
right,
go,
Brittany.
we're going to take some money out from my dad because he'd want to pay his rent.
Right.
Well, you can't do that.
No. And I said, well, how are they doing at the hospital? I mean, there's next of kin, right? So, he probably didn't do a healthcare proxy, but they're talking to folks about his health condition. Yeah, hospital's good. South Shore Hospital's amazing, by the way.
Love South Shore Hospital.
Big part of what we do with PMC. So they're feeling good there, but he's unconscious. So, there's no documents that can be signed right now, right? Power of attorney. Very simple document would alleviate all of the stress that they're dealing with. And he's like, well, what can we do? Is there anything else we can do? And, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, and, has he sold any other assets or houses or anything? He was on an LLC before. Well, a limited liability company is not him individually, right? So there's no documents there that, we could find authorities or something that would authorize somebody something. And I felt awful because it's like, well, I can't help you now.
Yeah, they wanted something, and there's nothing to do in that case, right?
You could run into court, right? You could get an emergency something or another, right?
Okay.
They have names for it. It's conservatorship. But you could run in. There's costs associated with that. And, he basically was like, well, we don't want that. And I said, well, I wish you well. God bless you and your brother. If he wakes up, let's get some paperwork signed. If he comes out of this, and God willing, he comes out of this, can we get a durable power of attorney at least? And I wanted to bring it to the attention because it kind of paints the picture of what we talk about all the time, Rob, is to be proactive so you're not reactive. And this brother was scrambling. He loves his brother, and it's heart-wrenching that his brother just never wanted to do anything. As much as his brother says he was telling him, you got to do stuff, we need paperwork, you don't have proper paperwork. He didn't do it, and there's nothing that I could do to help him, short of something they didn't really want to do, which was, running into court and all.
Boy, all right.
And I think to that, we don't know what life's going to bring. So whether we want to act on something today, we just want to plan for the future. And that's what, part of being community and family is really helping. And so making sure that everything is planned for in case is really important.
It's no truer words, Brittany, no truer words.
Boy, all right.
Failure to plan is a plan to fail.
Mark Stiles, and we do hope that gentleman's brother does wake up and can, at that point, as you said, sign those documents. But to prevent that in the future, again, get it done now. So, Mark, if people do want to have conversations with you, just like this gentleman did, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, he took advantage of our Calendly link. Again, Calendly, CALENDY, DLY.com Facebook.com/M Stiles, or call the office. They can help you access that as well, 781-319-1900. And if you're looking to do some planning, Ben and his team will be ready to step right in.
All right, that's our Feel Good Friday segment with Mark Stiles of Stiles Law. They're on Route 139 in Marshfield. Mark, thank you. I know you're gonna have a great weekend, so enjoy it.
Thanks,
and
Rob.
we'll talk to you next week.
You bet. Have a great week, everybody. See you at Levitate.